This morning's speaker is Tricia Alexander. Tricia Alexander is a healing and performing artist, a ULC minister, a Reiki master, teacher, and body talker. Joy-filled, uplifting, and inspiring are just some of the words used to describe her music and performance. And Jeremy Simon will be providing the music for today's meditation using the handpan. What a treat. Having practiced meditation for over 35 years, he brings together his love of music with his love of meditation and mindfulness. And our land acknowledgement. We begin this morning by acknowledging that the land on which Tree of Life Unitarian Universalist Congregation stands is the unceded territory of the Peoria, Potawatomi, Miami, Achuckissaquan, Ho-Chunk, and Kickapoo peoples. Today, our meeting place in Illinois is still home to many indigenous people, and we're grateful to have the opportunity to gather on this land.
Good morning. Good morning. I'd like to start us off with a poem and a song. Each time we gather, I feel peace. Think peace. Sing peace. I, you, we, all together, becoming peace. Peace-filled, peace-centered, peace resonators. And rather than being shattered and fragmented into little pieces by fear, not mine, by greed, not mine, by a need for exclusivity, not mine. I am here whole, and we are here wholly, our hearts open and nourished, and at least for this moment, resting in peace. We gather in sound. We gather in sound that will make us and sound that will shape us and sound that will breathe us alive. That's going to come around many times, only the first word will change. So please join me if you feel comfortable. Joy. We gather in joy. We gather in joy that will make us enjoy, that will shape us and joy, that will breathe us alive. Hope. We gather in hope. We gather in hope that will make us and hope, that will shape us and hope, that will breathe us alive. Love, we gather in love. We gather in love that will make us and love, that will shape us and love, that will breathe us alive. Peace. We gather in peace. We gather in peace that will make us and peace, that will shape us and peace, that will breathe us alive. One more time, love. We gather in love. We gather in love that will make us and love, that will shape us and love, that will breathe us alive. Love will breathe us alive. Love will breathe us alive. Love will breathe us alive.
That was so uplifting. I lost my place in the list here. I'd like to invite Ivy Satowski to the mic to offer a reading as we light our chalice this morning. Those of you joining us online, you're invited to light your own chalice at home if you would like.
Good morning. Our chalice words this morning come from Anastasia Barash and are entitled The Spark of Love. The spark of love resides in us all. We are free to act from it or not. If we choose love, how will love shape what we do? If we choose love, how will it improve our actions? If we choose love, how will I treat those around me? If I choose love, will I find it when life gets hard? If I choose love, will you also choose love? Love begets love, and it is love that lights our chalice.
Please join us in recalling our mission. At Tree of Life UUC, we nurture a community that welcomes diversity, supports the spiritual growth of its members, and acts to create a more just society.
The story for all ages that I chose today is a story called The Saddest Tree, and it was written, from The Easiest Way, a book by Ma Bell. Once upon a time, in a place that could have been any place, in a time that could have been any time, there was a beautiful garden filled with orange and apple trees and beautiful roses. All were happy and satisfied. Everything was happiness in this little garden, except for one little tree that was terribly sad. This tree had a problem. It didn't know who it was. What you lack is concentration, the apple tree would tell it. If you really tried, you could have delicious apples. See how easy it is? Don't listen to him, the rose bush would plead. It's easier to have roses, and look how beautiful we are. The desperate little tree would try everything that they suggested, but since she couldn't be like the rest, every time she would try and fail, and then she would feel more and more frustrated. One day, an owl arrived at the garden, the wisest of all birds, and seeing the desperation of the little tree, the owl exclaimed, "Don't worry, little tree, your problem is not that serious. It's the same as that of many human beings on Earth. And here's the solution. Don't dedicate your life to being what others want you to be. Be yourself. Know yourself. And to do that, listen to your inner voice." And having said that, the owl just disappeared. My inner voice, be myself, know myself. The desperate little tree would ask itself these things over and over and over again. Then, one day, she stopped and listened. And finally, she heard her inner voice telling her, "You will never give apples because you are not an apple tree. You will not bloom every spring because you are not a rose bush. You are a redwood, and your destiny is to grow tall and majestic. You are here to give shade to the travelers and to give beauty to the countryside. Now you know who you are. Go, be that." And suddenly, the little tree felt strong and sure of itself, and it set out to be all that it was meant to be. In this way, it quickly filled its space in the garden, a space that only it could fill. And it was admired and respected by everyone. Now, the garden was completely happy.
That's the end of Ma Bell's story, but I would like to add this. As I look around the world, I wonder how many redwoods are out there that don't allow themselves to grow. I wonder how many rose bushes live in fear and give only thorns. How many orange trees there are that don't know how to bloom. Personally, I believe we all have a space of our own to fill while we're here. Let's not let anyone or anything prevent us from finding that space and from knowing and sharing the marvelous essence of our being. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Now I have to say, I had to write some different words for this because the real words didn't work for me anymore. People that know me know that I do this all the time with songs. Usually I check, make sure everybody involved was dead. And then I throw their lyrics out and I make my own. So this honors my grandmother. When I was just a little girl, about 2 or 3, my grandma taught me about this light that love had given me. She said, someday it would set me free, and all I have to do is to let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. When I was going off to school, about 9 or 10, my grandma sat me down and taught me about that light again. She said it would remind me about my closest friend, and all I have to do is to let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Now many years too quickly flew, Grandma passed away. But not the joy, not the love, and each and every day. That ever-present precious light, oh, it leads my way. And all I have to do is to let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. One more time, please, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, 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 let it shine. Yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. A quote from Dr. David Hawkins. One individual who vibrates to the energy of pure love will counterbalance the negativity of 750,000 who do not. I want to read that quote one more time. One individual who vibrates to the energy of pure love will counterbalance the negativity of 750,000 who do not. In a world gone mad, spiraling with so much noise, greed, and division, the greatest revolution is to stay anchored in love. Not, he said, passive, spiritual, bypassy, head in the sand love, but love that sees the darkness, love that feels compassion for suffering, and love that chooses to shine anyway. End quote. A song I wrote. I would love you to join me on the chorus.
On a day like this, in a world like ours, when I lose my way, I look to the stars. In the silence there, I can finally hear, and I remember love must love. At a time like this, when there's battle lines, and the pull so strong to choose a side, will I find a tree where I can sit and wait till I remember love must love. Love must love, that's what love must do. Love must love, my heart knows this is true. Love must love, not up to me or you. Love will do what love must do. Love must love, that's what love must do. Love must love, my heart knows this is true. Love must love, not up to me or you. Love will do what love must do. There's no battlefield where there is no fear. There's no better than when the heart is clear. And the only thing I am certain of, love is blind, it can only love. Love must love, that's what love must do. Love must love, my heart knows this is true. Love must love, it's not up to me or you. Love will do what love must do. Again, love must love, that's what love must do. Love must love, my heart knows this is true. Love must love, it's not up to me or you. Love will do what love must do. So on a day like this, when we gather round, filling time, filling space with a joyful sound, all that love flowing outward bound, we live as love, and love must love. Love must love, that's what love must do. Love must love, my heart knows this is true. Love must love, it's not up to me or you. Love will do what love must do. One more time. Love must love, that's what love must do. Love must love, my heart knows this is true. Love must love, not up to me or you. Love will do what love must do. Love will do what love must do. Love will do what love must do. And love must love.
The reading I offered today by Dr. David Hawkins was about the power of resonance. As a musician, I think about resonance all the time. I experience the power of resonance every single time I do a concert or lead a sing-along. In July, I hosted the children's area at the Woodstock Folk Festival. It was very informal, a grassy area in one corner of the square, no microphones, no special effects. Adults and children gathered in the area very slowly. I could sense, each in their own way, they were just a little uncomfortable, a little uncertain, generally very shy, except for one little girl. She was about 5 or 6 years old. She was named Phoenix. Yes, she was named Phoenix. Phoenix and her grandma came around as soon as I started setting up the area. Phoenix was shy at first too, but little by little I was able to engage her in conversation. Then she started asking questions, and suddenly she was just sort of naturally hanging out with all the musicians there. I formally opened the area, welcoming everyone, and started playing a funny call and response blues song that I wrote using nursery rhymes. As I played, folks began to loosen up. Suddenly, Phoenix ran over to her grandma, who was close by on a bench, and then came running back with a kazoo. And then she started playing kazoo along with the nursery rhyme blues. And I have to tell you, she was absolutely amazing. First, she was playing along with the melody line I was singing, and then she was playing along in the places where people were responding and calling and responding, and then she started playing that kazoo the way a sax player might blow in the middle of all the lines in the song. One by one, as the two of us connected musically, the magic happened. The magic of resonance. And then, one by one, the grown-ups and their children, who were originally so shy and uncertain, began to loosen up. They were already singing, but now they started to really let go and have some fun because they joined Phoenix and I in the resonance. In the resonance. Greg Braden says, in its simplest form, resonance is an exchange of energy between two things. It is a two-way experience, allowing each something to come into balance with the other. Resonance plays a huge role in our lives, in everything from tuning our televisions and radios to our favorite station, to the unforgettable feeling we have when another human being looks directly in our eyes and says, "I love you." Greg goes on to say, and I quote, "To get a clear idea of what resonance is, look at the example of shared vibration between two guitars placed on opposite sides of the same room. As the lowest string of either guitar is plucked, the same string on the second instrument will vibrate, as if it were the string that was plucked, even though it's on the other side of the room and no one physically touched it. It's still responding to the first guitar because they are equal in their ability to share a certain kind of energy. In this case, the energy is in the form of a wave traveling through time and space across the room. And this is the same way we experience resonance in our lives. Rather than two guitars in a room tuned to match each other, we are beings of energy with the capacity to tune our bodies and to share particular kinds of energy, end quote. Though I've never experienced that personally with two guitars, when I was apprenticing with master teacher Kay Gardner, we did a similar experiment with tuning forks, striking just one and witnessing while the other tuning forks in the circle responded. It felt like magic to me. I had never witnessed anything like that before. And in that moment, I woke up to the simple power of resonance. Today, I am absolutely certain that when the energy of love or peace resonates within me, or when we consciously co-create and resonate the energy of peace or love together, as we do when we're singing, it is contagious. Because any other people that are basically tuned to the same frequency will resonate with the energy of love and peace. No matter what they're feeling in the moment, if the heart is there, if something in the heart is there, they will resonate. And energy, being energy, connects with any others who are vibrating on the same frequency. So ultimately, it will find its way into and raise the frequency of the cosmic soup we're all swimming around in. Simply by resonating peace, by resonating joy, by resonating kindness, we are able to offer nourishment to other members of our community just by being calm, just by being love. Sadly, the same thing is true about the resonant energy of hate and anger. If I allow myself to be resonated by that energy, ultimately, I am helping it to grow. But wait, there's more to this one. Many years ago, I met a wonderful Druid elder, and he taught me about the convoluted energy of resonance and resistance. He said, if I'm using my energy to resist something, I am energetically pushing against it. And in doing so, my resistance is providing it with the energy to grow even louder, with the energy to grow even stronger. And because as I am pushing against it, it is pushing back against me. So the more I push against it, the more it pushes against my energy. So my energy is ultimately enabling whatever I am resisting to grow. This feels especially important to me these days when so many of us are feeling called to protest, called to stand up, to speak out, to be seen, which I think is really important. But it feels equally important to understand the power of resonance and the power of love, so we can keep the tools handy that will help us in those moments when we feel triggered into the energy of resistance. Personally, whenever I feel triggered into any overpowering emotion that might interfere with my ability to respond rather than react, I rely on the breath to help me center and regain my personal power. Whether it's doing square breathing, as we talked about a little earlier, whether it's about breathing in and holding the breath for a few moments before you breathe out, or resting in the breathing unity, which is a technique that I probably talked about here before. And I will lead us into that technique as part of centering for our meditation. But for now, I just want to finish this talk with a medicine song that I wrote for myself. I call it a medicine song because what I've come to understand from all my work with energy medicine over the years is that the brain and the head listens to what I say. So if I wake up in the morning and I say, man, this day is just gonna suck. People are so mean to each other. The brain in my head says, as you wish, Tricia, and literally will steer all of my senses away from seeing anything that goes against what I have said I believe is the way the day is. So there could be this absolutely astonishing act of kindness happening right here, and I will not see it. And so I wrote this song to help me remember what I want to see in the world. And I know it's there because when I'm paying attention in this magical way, I see it all the time. And I would love it if you would join me on this. This is similar to Gather in that it has this one word changes and the rest of the song stays the same. Love is all around me in this world. Love is all around me in this world. Love is all around me, I am absolutely sure. I can see it 'cause I know what I'm looking for. Joy. Joy is all around me in this world. Joy is all around me in this world. Joy is all around me, I am absolutely sure. I can see it 'cause I know what I'm looking for. Hope. Hope is all around me in this world. Hope is all around me in this world. Hope is all around me, I am absolutely sure. I can see it 'cause I know what I'm looking for. Peace. Peace is all around me in this world. Peace is all around me in this world. Peace is all around me, I am absolutely sure. I can see it 'cause I know what I'm looking for. And love, of course. Love is all around me in this world. Love is all around me in this world. Love is all around me, I am absolutely sure. I can see it 'cause I know what I'm looking for. Last line. I can see it 'cause I know what I'm looking for. Last time. I can see it 'cause I know what I'm looking for. I know what I'm looking for. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tricia. That was beautiful. Each week, as we worship, we welcome the offerings that support the work of community. Many of us have already given our monetary gifts online or electronically, and still we set aside this time for the spiritual practice of gratitude. And so we'll be passing the plate throughout the chairs, and if you've already given your gift, if you could place your gratitude in the plate, that would be beautiful. For those of you joining us online, you may make your offering in one of three ways, which are listed on the screen or posted in the chat. For those of you in the sanctuary, you can place your offering in the plate, your gratitude or your monetary offering. If you're new to Tree of Life, please just place your gratitude. And your presence is your gift here to us.
Love must love, that's what love must do. Love must love, my heart knows this is true. Love must
Your generosity to Tree of Life is greatly appreciated. And as always, we give thanks for these gifts and for all of the gifts you bring.
So resting in the breathing unity, as I help us prepare for meditation, Jeremy's going to set up his wonderful hand pan instrument, provide us with some a sonic environment. I love those two words put together, a sonic environment. So resting in the breathing unity is a very simple breathing technique, and it is about breathing in, give me a second, my plug fell out. Shifting our breathing perspective away from taking a breath and instead consciously allowing ourselves to receive the breath from all that is, and then to give the breath back to all that is. It's so simple, but it's just a shift in perspective. So instead of taking, we're allowing ourselves to receive. First, receiving the breath from all that is, and then giving the breath back to all that is. And from an energy medicine perspective, there is an understanding among energy practitioners that when we take birth in this dimension, every single one of us takes a space that is only ours energetically, because it's our time and it's a place where we come in. And when we are in that space and aligned and centered in that space, it's called our individuation. And when we do this resting in the breathing unity, the only place that you can give the breath from is when you're centered in your own point of individuation. So if you would just allow yourself to rest in the breathing unity for a few moments, and Jeremy, whenever you're ready.
Sometimes in the dark of the night there's a whisper, sweet and low. And right there in the dark of the night there's a moment when I know there's no doubt, there's no fear, people that we've been waiting for. We are the lifeline, and love's the open door. The time has finally come. It's a truth I can't ignore anymore. We are the people that we've been waiting for. We're the ones, our visions coming true. We're the ones, me and you. We're the beating heart of that ancient drum. It's the truth. We're the future, and it's almost dawn. Ooh. Sometimes in the midst of the storm, there's a moment when it's calm. And right there, in the midst of the storm, I can feel that it's begun. All my doubts disappear, and I can see that everyone we need is finally here. Yes, we are the people that we've been waiting for. We are the lifeline, and love's the open door. The time has finally come. It's a truth I can't ignore anymore. We are the people. We are the people. We are the people that we've been waiting for.
I will now extinguish the chalice. If you have a chalice or flame at home, you can do the same. We extinguish this flame of communal worship and now carry its light within us.
I'd like to close with a quote from Jacob Collier, followed by a very short song. Jacob Collier is one of my favorite musicians. If you ever have the opportunity to see some of what he does, not just the music he does, but he will have thousands of people at a concert and get the whole room singing different parts together. It is, I think it's probably the single most astonishing thing I've ever witnessed in my life. So Jacob says, "Somebody once said something to me and it really stuck with me. They said, 'Don't try to be cool, be warm.' I love that piece of advice. I think that there's wisdom in that because there are so many people in the world that are trying to conform to a particular way of being. He said, it's like there are all these wiggly people trying to be straight lines. But to me, when their warmth and their openness really shines through, there's a grace. And there's room for others to figure out who they really are and to share that in an authentic and rich way. I would say that the world needs more warm people, not cool people. And that the world really needs you as you really are, end quote. Personally, I believe that this is the most valuable thing we can do every day. Simply be warm. Wherever we go as peace. Wherever we go as love. Wherever we go, we are one. Wherever we go as peace. Wherever we go as love. Wherever we go, we are one. Let's do it 2 more times. Wherever we go as peace. Wherever we go as love. Wherever we go, we are one. Last time. Wherever we go as peace. Wherever we go as love. Wherever we go, we are one. Last line. Wherever we go, we are one. One more time. Wherever we go, we are one.